Hey you guys, it's Kyle from Markham Reptiles, and today I'm going to show you how to handle a northern white-lipped python. Here at Markham Reptiles, we have everything from puppy dog tame to flighty to bitey, so I'll show you examples of all of those and how to act when handling them. Alright you guys, so I will start off by saying that northern white-lipped python's attitude has been greatly exaggerated. This guy Midas right here, he's a big male. He's probably about 6.5, 7 feet. And I don't trust him all the way, but he's really not that bad of a snake. I mean, this guy really isn't horrible. And, you know, I won't let him go right next to my face. But that being said, he could be a lot worse. But look at this guy. He's absolutely a big old beast. But I will be showing you a couple different northern white-lipped pythons today. I have 7 of them right now. So I will show you how different ones act and how to deal with that type of behavior. So this whole video you won't want to miss if you're interested in getting a northern white-lipped python and handling it. So this guy Midas right here is the most golden northern white-lipped python we have here at Markham Reptiles. And he's absolutely beautiful. He's actually deep in shed right now. I don't know if you guys can see that super pink belly. He's deep in shed. But this guy is absolutely stunning when he's not, and I've went ahead and put some pictures and videos up of him when he is not in shed. This guy is the most golden northern we have. He's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and put him back, and I'll show you a few different other northern white-lipped pythons. All right, you guys, here we have about a 7-foot male, and I've just taken him out, and as you can see, I don't entirely trust him. So what I'm doing right now is basically spinning in circles. And I'm redirecting him. He keeps trying to turn towards my face. I don't really like that, so I'm redirecting him. And I'm just being super gentle and super patient with this guy. When you have a snake that is bitey, like this guy, he is our example of bitey. And he is every bit of 7 feet, by the way. When you have a snake that is bitey, you have to use patience. This animal is scared of you. So he's trying to just climb. He's not necessarily trying to bite me in the face, but he's uncomfortable right now. I can feel it in his body language. I can feel that he's uncomfortable. Another trick is give him somewhere to go. This guy is desperately trying to find somewhere to go. So behind him here, I'm going to let him go on top of this cage for a second until I can get some management on what he's doing here. This guy has definitely bit me before. I don't feel like getting bit in the face. So the spinning really helps too. Spinning just redirects where he's going, where he's looking, and everything like that. But like I said, this guy is a nervous animal. This guy is not happy that I'm holding him, and he's scared, okay? Don't get jolty with a snake like this. You have to have some confidence to your handling, and you have to be able to support his body in a way that makes him feel less nervous, but you also have to just be patient, because jolty movements and stuff like that are going to make this snake even more nervous. And just be conscious with a snake like this. You see any little movement will set this guy off. His tail just touched me, so he jumped. Every movement is making this guy nervous. So you basically just want to be really patient, really gentle. And if you put the time in, even a snake like this will start to actually calm down. And it really helps to give him stuff to focus on. Like I said, this guy is actually just now noticing the camera stand. But there's some better climbing options next to me and behind me. So he's really not trying to bite me in the face. But not that he won't, because he will. But he's not really trying to. So I'm just continuously redirecting him. And sometimes with a really crazy snake, you're going to find yourself spinning until you're actually dizzy. Which I'm not yet, but I have been spinning quite a bit. But this guy right here, he is bitey, but I've been working with him, and he's absolutely a beautiful snake. I mean, he's probably the biggest northern white-lipped python I've ever seen in my life, and he has quite an attitude. Just patience with this guy, okay? He's definitely cage defensive, and I take my sweet time getting him out. I read his body language. Observation is very important when you're working with a defensive animal. This spinning technique is actually really useful with almost any species of snake that is really defensive. And just watch his body language. He has no tongue flicks right now. If I shoved him even closer to the camera, he might be biting the phone. I'm going to back up. I'm going to refocus him. Now he's looking at something else. Now he's tongue flicking again. I'm going to treadmill under his body. I'm not going to overly grab him. This guy, if you grab on this snake right here, you're getting bit. 100%. I'm working with this guy with open hands. He does not like to be grabbed. He's a big 7-foot snake. He's the boss of his world. He doesn't want you coming in here and manhandling him. Really, it's not about him being the boss. We are a much bigger animal, even though this guy is 7 feet. So they're scared of us, right? And you see, I'm really not giving him the room to try and bite me in the face. Like, he's not really having the distance to bite me in the face. I'm managing the distance that he can actually get in order to do something like bite me in the face. I am letting him anchor his tail on me. He is not a venomous snake. If he does bite me, it's not the end of the world. And I do want him to feel secure, so I will let him anchor his tail on me. And he is absolutely beautiful, you guys. The key to working with a bitey animal is just being patient, okay? I'm very patiently moving with this guy. All of my movements are very deliberate and stuff like that. I don't want to scare this guy or give him any reason to fear me, and I'm just going to build that good relationship with him over time. And actually, these snakes can be some of the most pleasant to work with because you can take them from a crazy bitey monster to one of your most enjoyable snakes by just working with them. And the hard work really does pay off with these guys. If you're willing to put the time into a snake, don't swear off this species. This guy is a 13-year-old snake that wasn't worked with his whole life until right now. No one really worked with this guy to try to socialize him and stuff like that. So it's not really his fault. If he had been worked with since a baby, I have all the confidence in the world that this guy would be totally fine. And right now, you see, he has not bit me on camera. I don't even have a strike on camera. And that's because of the way that I am handling him. 1, 2, 3. And that is because of the way that I am handling him. And fun fact for you guys, white-lipped pythons do have the most teeth of any python, but they're not super big teeth. So like I said, even a bite from this guy, which I have experienced, really is not the end of the world. It's not a super big deal. So this guy right here is our bitey guy. 1, 2, 3. So this guy right here is our bitey guy. He's a great example of how to handle a bitey snake. And next, I'm going to move on to a snake that is very flighty. I actually have a few examples of this as well. With white lips, like I said, you pretty much have flighty, bitey, and then you actually have puppy dog tame, which is, of course, my favorite. And sometimes you can turn the flighty and the bitey into the puppy dog tame, which is actually really cool as well. All right, you guys, here I have one of my most flighty snakes. I actually have 2 examples that I'm going to use for this one. But this is our girl Fifi right here. She is an adult breeder female, and she's really flighty. She's a tail flapper. She waggles her tail to let you know she's not having it. But she's actually not a horrible animal, and any little touch in the wrong way could actually set this animal off. She doesn't want anything to do with being held. She doesn't want me holding her. You saw that she does little jolts sometimes when I just touch her, and I'm actually touching her very lightly as well. So it's kind of similar to handling a bitey snake. You don't want them scared, right? You don't want this girl Fifi to be scared. You don't want her to feel insecure. And actually, just the same as a bitey snake, the longer you handle them in a relaxed way that doesn't make them scared, the better relationship you will actually have with this animal. So Fifi right here was wild caught as a baby and raised in captivity, but some of that wild skittishness has followed her. Now, captive bred white-lipped pythons can actually be quite flighty as well, so it's not just the wild-caught stuff. But the flighty personality snakes, I actually enjoy dealing with sometimes even less than a defensive bitey snake because they just want to escape so bad. And sometimes they can get so frantic if things aren't going well. But it's really the same as handling a defensive animal. Just slow, deliberate movements, relax, let the snake explore, give her something to look at over here, and stuff like that, and give her objectives, give her stuff to climb to, give her stuff to do. I take this girl outside a lot. I actually take out all my white-lipped pythons a whole lot, and being outside actually really seems to calm them down. So that's a bit of a handling hack if you want them to want to come out. Give them something to come out for. They like to go outside. Snakes are smarter than people think. These guys, if they enjoy coming out, you're not going to have as hard of a time actually getting them out of their enclosure. But with a flighty animal, it's the same thing as a bitey animal. Just put the time in and it'll work out for you. Fifi right here was 10 times worse when I got her as far as flightiness than she is right now. She has calmed down significantly. So this girl is absolutely a beautiful animal. We're hoping she still breeds for us this year. She is looking a little bit thick just looking at her. So we're hoping she breeds this year. That would be really cool. So wish us luck on that. If you would like to be on our white-lipped python waiting list, definitely contact us for that. We do have a waiting list. So just hit us up for that. But yeah, flighty animal, you see she's calmed down after a second. Right now, she's doing the same thing actually that a defensive animal would do. So she's paused and there's no tongue flicks. I'm going to give her some stuff to look at. Now she's trying to backtrack. I want to show you that. That's something flighty animals do a lot. They try to backtrack as a way to wiggle out of your grasp. Yeah, just make her feel more comfortable. Give her something to do. Now we have an animal that is moving around. I'm going to actually take away her tail hold, but keep her supported so that she can move here for a second, so that she's just not sitting there scared in a motionless state, because you definitely don't want that. And now look, we have tongue flicks, we have motion, and she's actually chilling right out. So that's how you handle a flighty snake. All right, here we have probably our most flighty snake right now. And this is a much smaller animal. As you see, she's got a big meal in her, which means that I'll be putting her back here in a few seconds. But it also means she's going to be even more flighty. So she's a great example for this video. And that is our girl Goldie right here. And this is a species, if you get a really flighty animal, they will literally do what I call suicide dive out of your hand. And that is basically that they just flop right out of your hand. She'll go forward really fast and she'll try to fall right on the ground. And I'm guessing that in the wild they would have some water near them and stuff like that. So they probably do this as a defense technique to try and get near some water. But yeah, I'm just going to handle her the same way that I handled Fifi. I'm going to support this belly part of her as best as I can because I know she has a meal in there. She doesn't like the camera. Look at that backtracking. And now I'm just going to flatten out. I'm giving her even more support. I'm going to pull her back from the camera a little bit. And I'm going to go underneath her as opposed to on top of her. And just support her. Let her move around a little bit. Let her calm down. I'm going to treadmill her, which means just getting under her body and letting it move. This animal is not a bitey animal. She's a flighty animal. So you still want her to be calm as well because, like I said, a really flighty animal really can be a pain to work with. And she's just checking out the camera here. So the camera is really what's scaring her. And I'm not sure how cameras look to these snakes and snakes in general, but it probably looks like some sort of eyeball. So it's probably scaring her that she's right next to the camera and stuff like that. I actually go ahead and just move her around and just keep her moving. And now she's slowly but surely getting used to the camera and moving towards it while tongue flicking because she's realized it's not a living animal. So I'm going to let her check out that camera. I'm going to let her gather that information and send it back to her brain. And I'm not going to disturb her a whole lot while she's doing that because I don't want to interrupt the habituating that is happening right now. This girl's just checking everything out. Now she's not scared of the camera anymore. She's moving towards it and stuff like that. If I was to grab her or make a sudden movement during that moment, I would undo all the work that I just did by letting her check that camera out. So she's just another great example of a flighty animal. You want an animal like this to be anchored. You don't want snakes flopping and suicide diving off of your hands. It's not cool. It's scary if they actually successfully drop themselves, which she definitely has before. So you definitely want to make sure that that doesn't happen. And you don't want to be grabbing a snake like this either. It's the same as a defensive animal. You don't want to grab them and put a lot of pressure on their body because stuff like that can make them think they're caught by a predator, which we are giant predators in their world. So you just want to be comfortable, and eventually you get a cute little snake like this just chilling on your thumb. And this girl is absolutely beautiful. Can't wait to raise her up one day and actually have her as a breeder. So next we're going to go ahead and show you a puppy dog tame northern white-lipped python and show you what it's like interacting with that animal. Actually, you know what? We're going to go a step in between first. So Rolly is not puppy dog tame, but to be honest, he's pretty close. This guy does not get scared. He does not suicide jump, and he's definitely not going to bite me either. He's not really scared of me. He knows that I'm not going to hurt him. He knows what the camera is. I've taken endless videos of this guy because he actually looks super cool outside. Rolly is most likely a father this year, so that's another good reason to show him off as well. Believe it or not, this guy is of breeding age and size. He's 3 years old, and I caught him locked up with Belle a couple times, and now she has actually ovulated. So we're just waiting on eggs. So you might be a father, Rolly. An animal like this is actually a pleasure to interact with. I can literally just let him do whatever he wants. He's going down my arm right now. He's actually on the wrong side right here. He's going down my arm right now, and he's just doing whatever he wants. I don't have to do too much to make sure that he's tongue flicking, to make sure that he's comfortable. And he did not start out this way. This guy was a nice mixture of flighty and bitey, and I've actually gotten him to chill out so much so that he can literally just chill on me and do whatever he wants. This is actually a great example of an animal that did not start out like this. This guy, like I said, he's not perfect. Here and there he has his slight cage defensive moments, but he's pretty much near perfect when I'm actually holding him. This guy is absolutely wonderful, and he has come a long way, you guys. And like I said, I don't have to do too much to make him comfortable. There's not really much I can do to make this guy nervous because he knows I'm not a threat. I've worked with this guy so much to get him to calm down from being defensive that he completely understands I'm not a threat. And I got this guy at about a year old. So when you work with a white-lipped python from a young age like that, they actually quickly begin to understand that you are not a threat. And fun story, he is actually named Rolly because when I received him, he bit me right on the wrist. So my wife, Courtney, actually named him Rolly because the wrist is where a Rolex would go. And he's also pretty fly like that, you know. So, yeah, he got his name Rolly from actually biting me on the wrist when I first got him. But I can move him right up on the camera. He does not care in the slightest. He is already inquisitive. He just wants to check it out. So this guy is a great example, actually, of a puppy dog tame white-lipped python. And next, I'm going to actually show you a puppy dog tame animal that was wild caught. So you're going to love this. All right, you guys. So here we have our boy Beastie. And not only was he wild caught, but he was wild caught as a full-grown adult. And he has all the scars to show it. This guy has scarring all over his body. He is absolutely a puppy dog tame snake. This guy is absolutely beautiful. You see the tongue flicking and all that good stuff. I can put him around my neck. I'm not worried about him. I can trust him around my face. I actually do have a snake that I enjoy working with even more than Beastie because it's like kind of a corn snake to ball python comparison. Like she's a little bit slower moving than Beastie right here. Beastie is like a speed demon, but he's puppy dog tame and super trustworthy like a corn snake. And our girl Belle is more like a ball python. She's pretty slow and deliberate, and she's also super trustworthy at the same time, but she's going to come at you with some really slow movements. I'll actually put up a video here to show you Belle because she is absolutely a beautiful animal. The reason, of course, I am not picking Belle up for this video is because she is gravid with Rolly's babies. So she's going to be a mother this year. So definitely wish us the best. And if you pray, say a prayer for Belle to have healthy eggs and healthy babies and to have an easy time laying those eggs. But yeah, Beastie, I don't really have to control what he's doing. I let him do literally whatever he wants. And white-lipped pythons don't have to be super crazy. Even wild-caught ones are not super crazy at all. As a matter of fact, the majority of white-lipped pythons that we have here at Markham Reptiles are super chill. And this guy is actually our logo. So he is the logo on the Markham Reptiles t-shirts and stuff like that. If you want to order a t-shirt, definitely go ahead and send us a message. Instagram usually is the best place to reach us, at Markham Reptiles. So go ahead and check us out there. But yeah, this guy is absolutely a beautiful animal, and he is not really worried about much. He came in like this. He has never tried to bite me. He's never even gotten in a defensive posture with me. And the only downside to this particular individual, I would say, is that he's just fast. I mean, he moves around at a really high speed. But really, there's nothing to be worried about with this animal. Like I said, he's puppy dog tame. But I could definitely pass this guy to a kid or anything like that, and I really wouldn't have to be worried too much about what he's doing. And the same is true for Belle as well. I could pass Belle to anybody and not be worried about what she's doing. So let's see, the temperament on her baby should be something really interesting to see. But you guys, white-lipped pythons as a whole, they do not deserve the reputation that they have gotten. These guys are not insane, crazy monsters. They're just snakes that might be scared of you, and they might not be. Beastie's not scared of me at all. He's been through it in the wild. He has scars all over his body to prove it. And he's not super concerned about me because I've never posed a threat to him. And I've shown him that I am not a threat to him. So there's nothing that he's worried about with me. You see him moving around. You see him tongue flicking. And you see that I don't have to do anything to encourage that type of behavior. He's just doing it on his own. And I didn't teach him to do this. As a full-grown wild-caught adult, he already acted like this. White-lipped pythons by nature are not necessarily a crazy snake. And it's just some individuals are a bit more nervous than others. So you can have your flighty, you can have your bitey, and you can have your puppy dog tame. And if you have your flighty or your bitey, you can work with it and make it puppy dog tame. That's the moral of the story here with these white-lipped pythons. If you guys want a Markham Reptiles t-shirt, definitely hit us up for one of those. We have some beautiful t-shirts. If you want to support us in any other way, just go ahead and join our Patreon. You can join for absolutely free. Get some content that you won't see here on YouTube or Instagram. So that link is in our description. Definitely check that out. If you want to be on our white-lipped python waiting list, we are waiting for Belle to lay some eggs. So definitely contact us and get on our white-lipped python waiting list. But yeah, guys, don't let people talking discourage you from this beautiful species. They're absolutely amazing. Even the ones that are a bit defensive, it's not the end of the world, you guys. So don't let people discourage you because these snakes are absolutely beautiful. Don't let people stop you from enjoying yourself and really having a cool experience with northern white-lipped pythons. But all right, you guys, you have a wonderful day. Keep spreading the love of reptiles, and I hope you really enjoyed this video. And until next time, you guys have a good one.